King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to New Japan Strong. The road to Fighting Spirit Unleashed begins this week. And next week, the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour begins, and we've got a host of big-time matches, including next week, you'll see Flip Gordon one-on-one against my guest as we kick off this broadcast event, Switchblade Jay White. Are you at all worried about the challenge from Flip Gordon?
That's a real question. Am I worried about Flip Gordon? First off, you start off by saying these are big matches.
Yes.
Now, I know that because I'm in it, it's going to be big by default, but compared to some of the things I've done, this is nothing, Kevin. Look, I've had a lot of time off, and so now, the way I'm seeing this, hey, this is a little warm-up. This is a nice way for me to get back into the swing of things. You know, you have 4 to 5 months out of the ring, falling on your back every now and then, getting shots to the jaw, you're going to feel it a lot more. So this, for me, it's just a little way to ease back into things before, hopefully, borders open and I can get back over to Japan and see what we can do over there, because there's obviously a lot of changes happening over there, as you know, Kevin. But
we have a huge audience joining us on New Japan Strong.
Yeah, well, you're welcome for me being here, guys. Unfortunately, it's not going to be too long, because I'll make light work of Flip Gordon. You know, I'll probably even beat that time, that 14 minutes, I'm sure, of when I beat Okada Wrestle Kingdom. You remember that?
I do.
14 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, everything Switchblade Jay White has ever told me finds a way to come true.
Exactly.
So he says he's going to make short work of Flip Gordon, and we'll find out what happens next week right here on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour on New Japan Strong. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Kevin.
No, that's I'll pass. Thank you.
All right.
Here we go. Oh! For a man that size.
Oh, my God.
Switchblade Jay White, there's no stopping him. Say good night. You're not safe. Oh. This guy terrifies me. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. That's Hikuleo.
Hey, John Moxley, I'm coming for you.
Kenta has done it. Hold on a second. What the hell is this? Jeff Cobb. Kenta wins the tournament, but Jeff Cobb will look to be the very first challenger.
Opening match 10分一本勝負を行います。
Obviously some thoughts from Jeff Cobb, who made a clear statement towards the first ever New Japan Cup tournament winner. That was Kenta. But Kenta and Jeff Cobb coming down the road here on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour, which kicks off next week. We're on the road too this week, and we're going to start with some singles action.
Yes, I can't wait for these two competitors to lock horns. Clearwater, Daniel Limelight, of course.
So Jordan Clearwater, you told me a couple weeks ago when he made his debut here on New Japan Strong that he has been trained by a person that is very familiar to New Japan Pro Wrestling fans.
Yes, absolutely. Carl Anderson. You know, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, Carl is the type of guy that could train somebody just to laugh at somebody. Although I don't think it's the case here with Clearwater. He's proven himself to be a formidable opponent.
So Danny Limelight made his debut, we saw on Lions Break Collision, and competed on New Japan Strong as well. And it seems as if Rocky Romero has taken an interest in this young man and has even made overtures about perhaps mentoring him.
Danny
Now, you and I both know that the New Japan system, that senpai-kohai relationship, is tried and true.
Absolutely.
And if Rocky decides that Danny Limelight could be the guy, it could mean a bright future.
Oh, absolutely. I think Danny Limelight obviously has turned heads, and that's why Rocky sees something in him. Perhaps Rocky sees a little bit of himself in Danny Limelight.
Well, we'll see what happens, what Jordan Clearwater's strategy will be against Danny Limelight. You can see a clear height advantage for Clearwater as Limelight immediately flicks a kick out into the quad, and
I think he's trying to send a message to the bigger man saying that, hey, you may be big, but I can neutralize you by attacking your legs.
And Clearwater immediately trapping Limelight and driving him back. And Feel out of the corner, 3/4 of the way across the ring. It's a 20-by-20 ring in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and here in New Japan Pro Wrestling of America. I want to thank all you fans for joining us.
Okay, I really love that, to be honest with you.
You know what? That's a very Rocky Romero-esque like move.
Yes, absolutely. I think he's been watching tapes.
And now
Huge Hurricanrana.
taking him over with the Hurricanrana. Clearwater back up into the corner, and now Danny Limelight will go. No, wait, the sidestep. And an arm drag. Back to basics for Jordan Clearwater. Got to reset here and start to, wait a minute, went a beat too early. And Limelight was quick to the challenge. A reversal now, and Limelight hits the ropes. Back and forth action in
Huge
all these
neck breaker.
matches. That was nicely done. Here's a cover and a count of 2. Referee Sparky Ballard gets to 2, and Limelight kicks out. Of course, Kenta winning the first ever New Japan Cup USA tournament, and immediately finding a challenge from Jeff Cobb for the right certificate holder for a future IWGP US Heavyweight Championship shot. Kenta was calling out the champion John Moxley, but instead got Jeff Cobb as Clearwater, a drop kick into the leg by Danny Limelight.
Smart strategy by Danny Limelight. Neutralize the limbs and legs of a bigger opponent who's also much stronger.
I do want to thank you for allowing Switchblade Jay White to have some time here at the top of the broadcast, getting a chance. I don't know if you heard his comments. He said he's taking Flip Gordon hardly as a challenge at all. They're going to meet on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour.
Well, first of all, anytime one of my favorite wrestlers wants to speak, I give him the space. Second of all, maybe a little too cocky to think that Flip Gordon is going to be a cake in the park, or how's the expression again?
Yeah, it would either be a piece of park or a walk in the cake. Either or. Here's a cover and a count of 2, and there's a kick out.
That was a really good pin. You saw him drive the elbows into the temple of Clearwater.
So Danny Limelight was in the Marine Corps, served the United States with honors, and was a drill sergeant. So that drill sergeant mentality, when he tried to put the new Marines through their paces in boot camp, you could see that intensity coming forward in the ring as he sweeps the leg of Jordan Clearwater. It's been a very focused attack for Limelight.
Yes, this is the strategy to play against a bigger opponent. He is a striker. You can see the technique in his kicks. He's also a parkour practitioner, so he is able to use the ring as a weapon, as he's doing right now by putting the leg on the rope.
Here's a cover and a count of 2. We'll see tag team action here coming up, an 8-man tag. It is going to get wild with Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors, ACH, and TJP taking on Adrian Quest, Blake Christian, Barrett Brown, and Mysterioso. And the main event, very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing PJ Black one-on-one against Chase Owens.
Oh, that's going to be so interesting. PJ Black, the enigma, the aura, versus Chase Owens.
And now Clearwater with the clothesline and the back elbow. So an opportunity to turn things around, turning Danny Limelight inside out.
Not sure if Danny Limelight knows where he's at. Clearwater needs to be very careful, though, because Danny Limelight is known for his quick reflexes.
Ooh, how about
Holy
that?
Cow.
Did that get him in the ear, the side of the head, the neck? And now let's see what Danny Limelight can do. Walking to the top.
Clearwater catches him.
Oh.
Huge power slam.
Running power slam in center of the ring, and Danny Limelight is down in deep trouble.
Oh, my goodness. You can see the fire and the passion of Danny Limelight.
I have a feeling that somewhere in the locker room, somewhere Rocky Romero is in front of a monitor, and he's watching this match.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Look at that innovative leg sweep. Very nicely done. Almost had eyes in the back of his head. Now Limelight hits the ropes. Clearwater, though, catches and drills him with a spine buster. Dead in the center of the ring. 2, and another kick out.
I'm so impressed with the heart that Daniel Limelight is showing right now.
I'm waiting for one of the veterans to take eyes, have eyes for Jordan Clearwater, because he's been very, very impressive here.
Golden Boy is obviously doing very good. He needs to make sure that his opponent stays grounded. He's going for the Midas touch, I believe.
Limelight had been working on his left leg. Let's see how the right one is. Oh, hung out to dry.
Oh, my God, did you hear the shin hit the forehead of Clearwater? Finally hits that springboard tornado DDT, and that might do it.
Yes, indeed.
Rocky's probably jumping up and down and backstage.
Time, 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Here is your winner, Danny Limelight.
So Danny Limelight gets to business here and picks up the victory. We're on the road to Fighting Spirit Unleashed, and the tour will begin next week, and you'll see all the matches of the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour right here on New Japan Strong. So Danny Limelight is your winner. PJ Black versus Chase Owens in our main event. 8-man tag team action coming up next.
Jordan Clearwater. He's big, he's strong, and he's fast. Probably too big, probably too strong, too fast for Viejito Rocky Romero, but not too fast, too big, too strong for Danny Limelight. You see, Rocky, I was in Japan before, and I went to the club, and all the girls were like, "Oh, Danny Limelight, kawaii, kawaii." I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that, Rocky, you're at home watching, probably next to Theo Marquez with your little Viejito glasses on, and I know you like what you saw. You see, Rocky, you got the Asuka, but Danny Limelight, I got the Sasson, baby. Yeah!
第2試合20分一本勝負を行います。
Let's take a quick look before our 8-man tag team matchup at some of the big matches that have been signed for the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour, which begins next week right here on New Japan Strong. I know you are going to just savor the moment when Brody King goes one-on-one with Hikuleo.
Can we move the announcer's table somewhere like another maybe 10 feet?
Another zip code, perhaps.
That'd be wonderful.
How about that one? This is going to be a physical 8-man tag with a lot of action. It'll be tough to call, but we'll do our best.
This is going to be exciting, that's for sure.
Adrian Quest!
Adrian Quest teamed with Rocky Romero a couple of weeks ago, got a victory.
79キロオールハートブレイククリスチャン167センチ
Blake Christian, all heart, never give up. Also next gymnast.
Texas Tough there with Barrett Brown.
180センチ99キロミステリオソ
Of course, Mysterioso, a legendary name, comes from a lineage of pro wrestlers. Lucha Libre style.
Yes, and speaking of big matches that you will see on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour, which does begin next week, Mysterioso goes one-on-one with Carl Fredericks.
Oh, I can't wait. What an exciting matchup.
That is going to be quite a test for Carl Fredericks, who continues to find his way. Just because you make the leap from Young Lion doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be smooth sailing.
There's my guy, Clark Connors.
Let me tell you something, about 2 in the morning when the bars close, you want Clark Connors on your side.
Absolutely.
185センチ100キロザ・アルファウルキャル・フレドリックス175センチ86キロスーパー ACH
Clark Connors and Fredericks. What a combination of talent we have here.
So a stellar 8-man tag has been signed by New Japan Pro Wrestling USA matchmakers here for this one. We've got Adrian Quest and Barrett Brown, Blake Christian, and Mysterioso against Clark Connors, TJP, Carl Fredericks, and ACH. And Carl Fredericks immediately looking over at Mysterioso. Mysterio's got Fredericks lined up as well, and these two men will meet in a singles match on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour, which does get underway next week right here on New Japan Strong. I love how they've incorporated the tour concept here for New Japan Strong.
Absolutely. This is going to be exciting. We're bringing the tour to all of your homes.
And so Mysterioso and Carl Fredericks will get a preview here of their upcoming singles encounter. For Fredericks, of course, the pressure, not just personal, but he also represents the LA Dojo and Katsuyori Shibata as well.
Absolutely. And I mean, I can see the confidence oozing out of him. And also, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot to prove.
There's that fine line, though, between confidence and arrogance and, you know, having an attitude and then being cocky. And that's where some delineation needs to be made for Carl. Absolutely.
But I do like the fact that he's stepping up.
And Mysterioso is certainly not intimidated by Carl Fredericks. Mysterioso is a double tough veteran and can bring that experience to their one-on-one encounter.
He's definitely been around the block.
Fredericks with the drop down. Mysterioso.
Big arm drag.
And an answer with an arm drag of his own is Fredericks, who sweeps the leg of Mysterioso. And now Mysterioso will sweep Carl Fredericks' leg. Neither man able to grab a hold. And both back up to the vertical base.
They're really filling each other out.
On these tours, it's so important, on the road tours, it's important to get some reps against your opponent, right?
Absolutely. You really get to learn. You learn what your opponent is all about. And ACH comes in, tackles Blake Christian, leapfrogs. Look at the height on that drop down. And a Hurricane Rana takes Blake Christian over.
Christian, of course, who in our regard was an MVP in an 8-man tag we saw a couple of weeks ago, really helped his team get the victory, and will look to do the same thing here as he stops ACH in his tracks and now sends him into the ropes. And a beautiful drop kick puts ACH down. And the veteran ACH, who of course has competed for the junior heavyweight tag team titles and super junior tag leagues and been part of Best of Super Juniors, looking for some opportunity here on New Japan Strong. Backbreaker.
Big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Covers Christian for the pin. ACH, man, I love this guy. He's one of the most exciting flyers. Got attitude, charisma, very passionate human
Attitude,
being.
charisma, and heart. Some say that's what ACH stands for as TJP gets tagged in. And they say a tattoo can tell a story. The tattoos on TJP tell the story of his journeys throughout the world.
Absolutely. He's been around the block for so long. He is like what Eddie was to Latinos. Phil-Am Flash.
Nicely done by Blake Christian, who tags out in just the right time to Adrian Quest. Uh-oh, he got caught, though,
Signature
did Quest.
TJP.
And, of course, the LA Dojo is not a brand-new concept. The original LA Dojo found a teenage TJP as one of its trainees, along with Rocky Romero and Carl Anderson and a host of MMA fighters, and I think even you.
Oh, yeah, I was there when it was amazing, when all these great talents were there.
Barrett Brown stops Clark Connors in his tracks, and the one-legged drop kick from the Texan puts Connors down. And a cover and a count of 2 and a kick out.
He's really showing his high caliber skills. Of course, Clark Connors can absorb some damage. He was known for his hard-hitting tackling in college football.
Yeah, defensive back. Can you imagine running back breaking through the line? You get through the line, you get through the linebackers, and then Clark Connors is there to shut you down. But Barrett Brown just shuts down the former DB with that snapping suplex back into the corner. Some words of encouragement from ACH, alerting him to where his corner is, but Brown will look to capitalize and crash and burn instead.
Very smart.
Wait a minute, everybody's on the charge, and just like that, it turns
Huge
into a
stinger splash.
4-on-1 edge against Barrett Brown.
Huge! There we see those football tackles.
How about that combo there from the 2 and a kick out? Connors, of course, feeling a little bit of pressure, but it's a good pressure. He doesn't want to be the last person in the LA Dojo, having seen Carl Fredericks now graduate onto the main roster. Here's a cover and a kick out at 2. Of course, Fredericks was originally supposed to be in the New Japan Cup, which was postponed, and Fredericks and all the other American-based foreign competitors were not able to be in it because of COVID-19. Barrett Brown with the swing and a miss.
Would you look at that? Look at the smart strategy of him hip tossing his opponent closer to where his partners are, isolating Barrett Brown.
And now dragging it back out to the middle to send him across, and the double tackle. Connors goes over and cleans house on the far side as Fredericks gets the cover and a kick out at 2. For Fredericks, it's important, I think, to get a win. He needs a win under his belt before he faces Mysterioso.
Did you hear the kick on that?
I felt it.
I felt that as well.
And Barrett Brown certainly felt it, but he was able to kick out. Carl has found, again, making that transition. He got the win in his first match, but that recent defeat on Lions Break Collision to Jeff Cobb, I'm sure, is, and then the first round of the New Japan Cup with Kenta. He wants to get that taste out of his mouth.
No, absolutely, and I think he can. I know that you think that maybe he's just a little tad cocky.
2 and a kick out.
But as a breaking away from being a line, you almost have to be a little cocky.
Another cover by ACH. Boy, very smart to glance over his shoulder, realizing that an attack could come from the blue corner. But Barrett Brown, nevertheless, able to kick out. So ACH, of course, who's looking for future opportunities right here on New Japan Strong and is now a veteran. I feel like I've known ACH his entire career.
He's been around the block, has faced some of the greatest competition out there in the world. Of course, Blake Christian is all heart, never give up.
And Barrett Brown is in a lot of trouble as ACH is torquing him here. He's got a Cobra twist, and Brown is trying to fight up from underneath. He's freed his legs and is able to hip toss ACH, but obviously the damage done to Barrett Brown will prevent him from making a tag.
Very quick to cut off Blake Christian from being able to make that tag and takes him back to his corner.
So the tag to TJP, and obviously TJP can put Barrett Brown away here. This would be the time to do it.
Absolutely, he's got Barrett Brown where he needs him. And Barrett Brown moves out of that.
Now from the wheelbarrow.
Oh my God.
Face first. TJP might have been protecting his head and instead got snapped face first by Barrett Brown, who begins the desperate crawl and traverses the distance to tag Adrian Quest, who comes in fine style, Alex.
Huge spinning heel kick. And a DDT to Fredericks.
On the back of Clark Connors.
The speed of him, he's so quick. Huge neck breaker on TJP.
And not wasting this opportunity, Adrian Quest, 2 and a kick out.
Wow, that was an exciting exchange of action right there.
I love Adrian Quest. I love that heart, that determination, that guy who's had opportunities before and now is looking to capitalize on the big stage here. Oh, but TJP certainly taking things up a notch and dumping Adrian Quest down. Both men need a tag. And ACH is going to get tagged, and on the far side it is Blake Christian.
Huge clothesline from the top rope.
Underneath the clothesline, ACH off the ropes. Change of direction now from Christian. Boy, the athletes are so innovative. My goodness, what a power slam. Springboard, second rope
Beautiful
moonsault. Beautiful, 2.
Clark Connors, smart enough to break that fall.
Diving into the pile to break it up. Pump kick there from Barrett Brown.
Is he gonna fly?
Yes, he is.
Beautiful moonsault off the corner.
And now Carl Fredericks comes. Wait a minute, he gets a hold of Adrian Quest.
Wow, you can see the determination and
Look
the will
who's
to.
Staying at home, though, by the way, is Mysterioso. Mysterioso staying at home because he knows if his partner gets in trouble, somebody's got to protect the home base. And now having to go after Clark Connors, who comes in, and he gets caught. Big springboard drop kick there, and ACH is going to fly.
Wow, did you see the form on that? Now that is what you call a pescado.
That would be in fine style. So the athletes are picking themselves up off the deck here. And now Blake Christian with an opportunity.
Oh, Oh my God! A
Jesus.
springboard 630 onto everyone on the outside.
Everybody except Mysterioso, who was smart enough to get away from the dog pile. And that's a veteran move right there. But Blake Christian wiped just about everybody out.
2.
That was incredible.
3.
I'd lost track of who the legal men are. I hope the referee knows it. I think it's ACH and Blake Christian. That's just a guess.
Blake Christian is going to make the tag to Adrian Quest. Huge spinning heel kick misses. TJP going for his move.
Detonation kick, no.
10
Couldn't
minutes
connect.
has elapsed. 10 minutes.
Oh, man, that is so innovative. And now Cottam can go any way he wants. Tombstone pile driver, drops him flat, and it could be time for the Mamba Splash. Let's see.
Beautiful.
Leg hook, 2, and Mysterioso in to break it up, who continues to stay rooted in that corner as much as possible, and a real difference maker in this match.
He knows in an 8-man tag, somebody has to be around.
Somebody's got to mind the store, and he's doing it. And the tag now to Mysterioso, who I would say is the freshest of all the competitors. And let's see if he's able to take advantage here.
Beautiful. Up and over.
Covers all the distance of the ring in just a blink of an eye.
Oh, and TJ catches him with a spinning heel kick. Incredible. You have to be very careful with TJP. He can attack you from every position.
And TJP tagging in Clark Connors now. And can the young Lion work in tandem with his Super Junior Tag League partner TJP to get a win? Yes, they. Oh, no. So close.
Is he going to go for his Boston Crab? The torque he puts on that. Oh, my God. That'll break your back.
Look at the size of Clark Connors' quads as he is really wrenching on the full Boston Crab. As Mysterioso getting close to that rope, pull him back. And Mysterioso, not the way he wants to go into the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour, suffering a submission loss, but desperately getting that bottom rope and forces the break.
That was a close call. Good awareness of the ring by Mysterioso.
All right, so now the waistlock from Clark Connors, going to look German suplex. Mysterioso, pair of elbows.
Incredible, lands on his feet, ducks the clothesline. Huge super kick. Backcracker to Connors, and I believe this will be.
Snapped him too, and it is over.
Time.
I have to say, the game plan by Mysterioso, to know exactly where to be the freshman, to stay in the corner, to save his team from losing, being the freshman.
Oh, Mysterioso firing a shot over at Carl Fredericks. Of course, they're going to meet in singles action, but they're not waiting. They're not waiting for the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour. They're hooking it up now.
The attitude on Fredericks.
Well, it was Mysterioso that went and poked Fredericks first.
I think he's playing mind games with him.
Listen, I'm telling you what, Carl Fredericks has a target on his back.
He does.
Everybody knows, everybody that faces him knows they can get to him. And he could be emotionally pushed. And Mysterioso does that. So we'll see what happens when those two men meet on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour. On the road to, Mysterioso gets a win for his team in an 8-man tag. Now we've got more action to come, including our big main event. PJ Black one-on-one versus Chase Owens. Don't go anywhere. New Japan Strong continues.
We will now take a short break to clean and disinfect the ring.
Where'd you up to? Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask. Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face. I love Token Shop Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction, or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
お待たせしました。本日のメインマッチ、20分一本勝負を行います。
Contrasting styles in our main event, a singles match here on the road to Fighting Spirit Unleashed. And the tour begins next week right here on New Japan World. This is our main event. Chase Owens seems to have a sneer on his face and perhaps a trick up his sleeve. Figuratively speaking, of course, Alex Kozlov.
Well, he seems to always have a trick up his sleeve.
青コーナー、バレットクラブ、185センチ、93キロ。ザ・クラウンジュエル、チェイス・オーエンズ。
Let's see what Chase Owens can game plan against a man who seemingly can do it all, Alex.
He can do it all. He's a puzzle. I can't quite figure him out, but mesmerizing. He's this enigma and mesmerizing individual.
Almost a transcendentalist type wrestler.
Very much so. 23 years a pro from South Africa. Adrenaline junkie. I mean, look at him.
赤コーナー、ROH、185センチ、97キロ。ザ・デアウルフ、PJ Black!
PJ Black representing ROH here on New Japan Strong. Want to thank all you fans for tuning in.
Who are you putting your money on?
Well, again, I like the experience, of course. Chase Owens, very experienced as well, still a young man, began his pro wrestling journey as a teenager. And I would say that if it is just a straight one-on-one match, my money might be on PJ Black.
Well, do you really think this is going to be a straight one-on-one match?
That's what I worry about. Again, you know, Bullet Club is always lingering around. We know that Switchblade Jay White and I'm sure other members of Bullet Club are here, and we'll see what happens, how it unfolds. And if Chase gets into trouble, if perhaps the bat signal will be shining brightly in the arena and all of a sudden PJ Black will get outnumbered. Obviously, you know, when you talk about Bullet Club and you talk about members getting involved in other people's business, how about Brody King and Hikuleo? Hikuleo attacking Brody King and going after the big man. That was a hell of a slugfest. They're going to meet in a singles match on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour.
To see those giants clash, that would be a sight.
Snapmare and looking to tie up the arms and put the shoulders of Chase Owens to the mat. PJ Black, you're going to see some different moves, innovative stuff that no other wrestler does.
Well, that's the thing about PJ Black is he's so experienced and also so innovative. Well, constantly learning new things that even these young guys don't even know.
Ricky Morton was the trainer for Chase Owens, and Chase's original roots were, of course, in that southern traditional style of professional wrestling, but learning and adapting throughout the years of travel and competing all throughout Canada and multiple tours with New Japan. Part of Bullet Club. Chase Owens transitioning from the junior heavyweight to the heavyweight division in 2019, and just as PJ Black starts to lock on that left arm, Chase gets to the bottom rope.
PJ Black continues to out-wrestle Chase Owens. I have a feeling that he's pushing Chase Owens to do what Chase Owens does.
Well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Chase is a very skilled wrestler, no doubt about it. But will PJ Black's assertion in the out-wrestling category cause Chase to make a mistake? Or perhaps signal in the troops?
Nice of Chase Owens to be able to hold on to the wrist, transitioning into a hammerlock.
Now back to the vertical base. Reversal of the hammerlock. Taking the wrist and utilizing the hair to open the door for a reversal of the wrist lock. And now PJ Black. Let's see what he's dialing up here.
Wow. Backflips and is able to arm drag Chase Owens.
And Owens retreats to the blue corner. Chase Owens is in some trouble here. PJ Black is in control early.
For 1 second, it felt like Chase Owens was trying to, of course. He does what Chase Owens does. For a moment, I thought he was trying to compete with PJ Black and out-wrestle. Couldn't do it and resort to his tricks.
Owens now in control of PJ Black. As the action continuing here on New Japan Strong. This is our main event. Singles encounter. We're on the road to Fighting Spirit Unleashed. And that tour gets underway next week as PJ Black whipped into the corner. Catches Owens and throws him to the outside with his legs. PJ Black not content with that. Oh, man, wipes him out on the floor.
Just when Chase Owens was getting the upper hand, PJ Black is able to use the ring as a weapon, get the head scissors and a pescado to the outside.
So PJ Black rolling Chase back in, and now can the 23-year veteran Darewolf take advantage? Perhaps, but we'll never know as Chase rolls out of bounds on the far side of the ring.
He was preparing to do his signature springboard 450 splash, Chase Owens, being aware at all times of where he is.
Hey, what are you doing, Chase? Come on, get in the ring.
1, 2, 3.
You can't take a count out here. What are you doing?
6, 7.
Well, he's doing what he needs to do to recuperate. Slowly getting inside the ring and rolls out again.
Right back out again. Well, while Chase Owens is stalling for time, I want to let you folks know that next week you're going to see the New Japan Strong debut of Fred Rosser, who I think is going to make a huge impact here on this broadcast. We'll see him team with Alex Zane against the DKC, and Clark Connors has now Chase, has PJ Black chasing, and underneath the clothesline and a shoulder tackle. So Chase Owens deciding to get back into the fight, and for at least the moment has put PJ Black down, but he's been searching for answers since the opening bell.
Goes for a hip toss, Chase Owens blocks, goes for one of his own. Oh! The versatility of PJ Black with a leg sweep and another.
5 minutes.
And a stomp to the back. Incredible.
Again, flowing like water, moving from move to move. PJ Black very innovative. Chase Owens, of course, spent a lot of time in the trainer's room today, as we both saw, still receiving treatment after getting hit with that Gonzo bomb from Brody King. And that is a move that shook everyone.
It shook me. I'm actually surprised and very impressed that Chase
come on now. He just shoved PJ Black into the referee. Luckily, he wasn't hurt too badly, but now slinging him over the top rope. Hey, come on, keep it in the ring. And capitalizing on this opportunity, at least for a moment, PJ Black now. Sunset flip over the top. Chase rolls through, throws to the Shining Wizard, and PJ Black comes forward. It looks like Chase could be baiting him in. Let's see what happens here.
Catches him with the boot to the gut. Using the hair, snaps him to the mat.
Of course, that all began with Chase Owens positioning the referee and causing him a moments of distraction. Anything he can do to delay and deny PJ Black from the offensive inevitability.
This is the third time Chase Owens has been trying to use his tricks to gain the upper hand. PJ Black still able to stay on top, and finally it looks like he's able to neutralize.
Now telling the referee to watch for a hair pull. There was no hair pull at all, but instead a closed fist into the face of PJ Black. We talk about Black with his 23 years of experience, and while Chase has about 10 years less in as a pro, he obviously knows quite a few dirty tricks.
Absolutely. I think when you go against a pro of 23 years, you may have to resort to those tricks.
And a kick to the lower abdomen, north of the belt line, but still painful.
Really wearing his opponent down, and also just walking over him.
Obviously, the teaching and the tutelage, far beyond his initial training with Ricky Morton, of course, but the time that he spent within Bullet Club, being able to travel and compete with the likes of Bad Luck Fale, have the tutelage of Jado and Gato, Switchblade Jay White. You can see the benefit that it has meant for Chase Owens' career. The backdrop elevating PJ Black into the lights, and now the cover. 2 and a kick out.
You can see how taxing that backdrop was on PJ Black. Knocking the wind out of him. Can't even get up. Chase playing, really trying to instigate PJ Black to really get him out of his element.
Steps in, cracked him in the chest, but Owens with a knee into the midsection. Black down hard. Chase following and connecting with the forearm. And let's see now, PJ Black corner to corner, whipped hard into the blue. And double stomp right into the chest.
Innovating maneuvers by PJ Black.
And look at that, just simply flicking his wrists and appearing on the top rope.
Appearing on the top rope, exactly. This is the second time he's trying to go for his finishing maneuver. Chase Owens, as always, being very aware of where he's at.
Now the frustration mounting for PJ Black, who unable to connect. Chase Owens rolling away, now the sidestep, but immediately rooting himself in the second rope. Underneath.
Huge boot to the head of PJ Black. Russian leg sweep into the corner. A little book from the Russians. Is that how you say that?
Yes. I want to thank the Russians for giving us that move. 2 and a kick out.
The snap on that Russian leg sweep into the corner.
Oh, wait a minute. It could be time for the package pile driver. And no matter what you say about Chase Owens, he's got a bona fide finisher with that package. But obviously, PJ Black had it scouted, was ready, backdropping Owens off, but the package pile driver is a difference maker.
Oh my God, that will put you down. You're not getting up from that. Huge elbow, great follow through. Big
handed right directly into the chest. Black coming off the ropes.
Flips over. Huge spinning heel kick. Huge spinning forearm to the head of Chase Owens.
Owens is on his feet, but I'm not quite sure he knows where he is. And Black now floats over him, crushing his chest, and will springboard. Beautiful crossbody. Referee Jeremy Marcus gets to 2. Chase Owens is able to kick out.
Chase Owens is in trouble. Anytime PJ Black is near a rope. Huge moonsault from the top rope.
Just beautiful execution there. 2 and almost a 3.
Incredible fortitude of Chase Owens to be able to kick out from something like that.
The highest of high risk from PJ Black, and he looks like he's going to go for it again.
Oh, and Chase Owens puts up his knees. That's the risk you take flying like that.
So Owens now, can he capitalize? Jewel heist coming up. Bang.
Wow.
Got it. Is this enough? 2 and a kick out. Just gets that left shoulder up.
Well, Chase looks like he's got PJ Black where he wants him. Big knee.
Man, that knee lift, a crusher. And that is the setup for this. Does Black have an answer, or will he feel the package pile driver?
He hits it.
The package pile driver hits. It is over, folks. It is over.
Incredible back and forth action.
Time, 11 minutes and 10
Hard-fought
seconds.
win
Here is your
by Chase
winner,
Owens.
Chase Owens.
So for Chase Owens, representing Bullet Club, and if you are Bullet Club right now, you've got to feel pretty good. You've already got Kenta, who's the New Japan Cup USA tournament winner, and he's got the rights holder certificate for a future U.S. title shot. You've got Switchblade Jay White, who's super confident going in against the matchup with Flip Gordon. You've got Hikuleo getting ready to go into battle with Brody King. You got the Gorillas of Destiny looming on the horizon. There's a lot of power and force behind Bullet Club right now.
So much. If Hikuleo can actually pull out a win against Brody King, then what you have here is a monopoly, a Bullet Club monopoly.
Well, Chase Owens obviously finding the path to victory over PJ Black in our main event.
You know, it's still there. It's still there. Although, there's a little ring rust. 5 months. No, 6, 7. Hell, I don't know. Is it 2021 yet? I don't know. But what I do know, Kenta, New Japan Cup, USA winner. Chase Owens, win streak, and we are back Bullet Club is back. 2020, well, the rest of the year is gonna be just too sweet.
So you hear the aftermath comments, but the result is Chase Owens wins the main event over PJ Black.
And you have to notice that Chase Owens' best weapon is not the package pile driver. It's his ring awareness. Every time PJ Black went for the 450 splash, Chase Owens kept rolling out several times. That is how he earned that win.
Well, of course, we'll see what happens as the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour gets underway. And that will be next week. Our main event next week will be Switchblade Jay White one-on-one against Flip Gordon. And you'll see all the matches of the Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour right here on New Japan Strong. We'll see you then.